How's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's workshop. I'm glad you're here today. Remember the other day I was working on my wings. I was making those angle iron shoes, put on the bottom of the wing, and I burned up my shirt, my nice new Christmas present. Check that out. I guess this shirt's not very flame proof. Good lesson there, be careful in the shop. Lots of times, you know, we work in the shop, we just take things for granted. We're rushing, we're doing this, we're doing that. We got several things going on at the same time. But be careful of hot work because, you know, there's always like oils, fumes, things like that around. Or shirts. So be careful when you're working in the shop. My advice. Here's the proof. However, when I went back in the camp and I showed this to Nanny, she thought, oh no, like, I don't want you to get burnt, she said. So, hey, I kind of agree with her there. I just as soon I get burnt too. So she suggested to me that I go and try to find some protective clothing to wear while I'm in the shop working. So I decided I better do that. So I went on Amazon, where else, of course, and I found, well, a bunch of things, a bunch of protective clothing you can wear in the shop for doing various sorts of jobs. But anyway, I ordered myself an apron. So this is going to make Nanny happy, and I think I'm going to be happy with it too. The reason I went with an apron is I was going to get myself a leather, well, first of all, I was going to get a smock. And I thought, well, the smock, you know, it's going to take a lot of, you know, work to put it on. So it'll probably just hang in the corner and I won't put it on. And then I was going to get like a leather jacket. I was thinking for metal work. And you can get the leather jackets that you put them on backwards. They're like a, yeah, you put them on backwards. So then I was thinking, well, geez, I'm going to have to do it up at the back. Well, I won't put that on either. And then I saw a really nice leather jacket that would have been great for the shop, I thought. But it had no pockets in it, which is good for metalworking, right? Because when you're grinding and whatnot, you don't want your pockets there. So for the chips or the grindings or the cut off pieces, hot metal to get down in your pockets, because it'll certainly burn a hole in. Anyway, before I gave up my search, I did find something that I think is going to be ideal for the shop. I just want to show it to you right now. Hey, it's sticker time at Grampie's workshop. You know I love sticker time. And this week I got a Christmas card in the mail. Can you imagine that? Here it is. Like we're starting into the third week of the new year. Finally got a Christmas card. And this Christmas card was mailed on the 16th of December. Would you believe it? Now you're probably thinking, where the hell did this come from? Well, it came from New Hampshire. Like you could print your spit from Nova Scotia to New Hampshire. But it took about a month to get this card here. But having said all that, thank you very much. I'm so glad to get the card. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Whoa, baby. This came from Rick from Twin Brook Acres. And Rick sent me a nice sticker. Check that out. I like that. I've been watching Rick for a long time, eh? And you know what drew me to Rick's channel? He's got an awesome red Massey Ferguson GC 2300 style tractor. I think his is a 1700 though. No, it's the 20, I forget what it is. But it's a subcompact Massey Ferguson tractor, almost like mine. And he's got a snowblower exactly the same as mine. So, you know, he's a good guy, Rick. So anyways, he sent me this great card. That's pretty nice, I have to say. Wait till I read this to you. He says, "Hi, Mike. I finally got my stickers made. It only took a few years." Oh, well. "So I have enclosed one for you. I would love to put one of your stickers on my brand new board. If you noticed, I chose this card because it has a red tractor on it." Massey red too. "You were one of the first channels I subbed to and I always enjoy your videos." Thanks, Rick. That's pretty nice. "Keep putting out the great content. May all the joys of the season be yours. Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas to you and your family, Rick from Twin Brook Acres." Well, gee, Rick, thanks very much, buddy. And I think your sticker's in the mail. I hope you received it already. But you never know. If it took a month to get that card, it may take 6 months to get my sticker back to you. So let's put Rick's sticker up on my wall here. I think I'm going to put him right next to Big John. See that? Twin Brook Acres with a nice maple leaf. I got it kind of crooked there, sorry. But Rick makes a little bit of maple syrup too, you know. And that's always nice. Of course, New Hampshire, famous for maple syrup. But anyway, go check out Rick at Twin Brook Acres. You won't be disappointed, and tell him Grampie sent you. So what I found was, it's a waxed canvas apron. It's fire resistant, fire retardant as well. Not just fire resistant, but fire retardant. So I'm thinking when they say it's fire retardant, to me that means it can burn if you're not careful. But for general use and whatnot, I think sparks and whatnot will just hit it and bounce off it. It's made by Hudson, Durable Goods, they say. I've never heard of that name before, so I wouldn't say that that's like famous workwear brand. It might be, I don't know. I've never heard of it before. But anyway, it's nice heavy duty canvas. I think it's 14 ounce twill, whatever that means. But it's nice. It's got a high chest on it. That's what I wanted, Ace. So it's going to come up high. So it's going to cover me here. And look, there's where I got burnt. So it's going to cover that. It has shoulder pads on the straps. So I'm thinking that's going to be pretty handy too. Not that the apron is heavy, because it doesn't, well, it probably weighs 14 ounces. But you know, that little bit of padding there probably over time will help your shoulders. The other thing I liked about it is it had a cross, where did I find it here? Right here. It had a cross strap at the back. Now I've worn aprons before. That didn't sound right. But I did. I wore aprons before. And also coveralls are similar. And I find that the straps keep falling off your shoulders, and that's just certainly buggy. It'll fall off your shoulders, and then you try to lift your arm up, and the strap will bind on your shoulder. So when it had this crossover piece at the back, I thought, well, that's going to be a winner for me. Plus, that crossover piece is adjustable. So, you know, like you can adjust it so that it'll be up high on your back, or you can adjust it so that it'll be in the small of your back, however you would like it. So having that being adjustable, I think is a big plus too. That was something I was glad to see. The other thing on the strap, it has a quick connect. Where did I find it here? Kind of gangly, but it's one of these just plastic clips that clips together. It's easy to clip together, easy to unclip. So that's good, and it's the kind too that once it's clipped, you just pull this strap and it'll tighten it, or you just flick the buckle this way and it'll loosen it. So it's quick adjust, quick connect. That's what I like. Because I'll be wearing this apron, let's be honest, I'll be wearing this apron over my shirt, my jacket here in the wintertime, maybe a heavier coat even in the winter. In the summer it'll be over just a t-shirt, so it's going to need to be adjustable. So that's a big plus, I think, being that it's adjustable and easily adjustable. That's the point I'm trying to make there. The other thing, this is just a small thing, but it has a little loop inside for hanging up. So, you know, a lot of people say, well, you just hang on the straps. Well, you can, but this loop is nice because then it doesn't stretch the straps out. If it did, that would even happen, I don't know. The way the straps hook onto it, this is another important thing. I know I've had coveralls where the buttons that the straps hook onto would break, and then the coveralls are no good basically. But these are nice heavy duty grommets. We'll just show you. They're heavy duty, they're steel grommets too, not aluminum. So they're in there, and it's a web strap. It is double stitched, so it goes through that loop, and both of them are the same. So that's really nice, good and strong. And then down at the hip area, the same thing. There's some big grommets in there, and the straps slide through the grommets easily, and that's important because I'm after the easy adjust part, right? So there's one of those on either side, and they're the overall bib, the overall apron, I forget how long they said it was, 38 inches, something like that. I could measure it, I suppose, but it's 38 or something like that. So these here end up being right at waist level, so when the bib is high. And that was another thing I was after. I wanted to make sure the bib was high to cover my chest area, and then I wanted to make sure that where the waist strap would be, it would be on my waist, not down around my hips, because ooh, I hate that. But anyway, so that worked good that way. Then on the front of it, well, they touted this as a big plus. There was a big wide pocket here to hold your phone. no sense me taking a phone with me because I have no phone service outside the camp. So I won't be putting my phone in there, but there's also a couple of slots here for pencils. You know, I could hang a measuring tape on there maybe or something. And then there's sort of slash pockets here. I'll demonstrate these better when I get it on. Inside these pockets, they're kind of lined with a special kind of a lining. So I like that. I wish I could show you it, but it's hard to look inside the pocket. But I had mentioned earlier that I saw a nice jacket, a leather jacket especially for metalworking, because it had no pockets. Because when you're doing metalwork, especially with, you know, grinding, I had those little the grinding sparks coming off and burning my shirt. I certainly didn't want them to hit here and then go down in the pocket, burn a hole in the pocket. So when I saw that metalworking jacket with no pockets, I thought, well, that's ideal. But then I was looking at this and I said, well, the pockets are wide open in this. Oh, that's going to be an issue. But because they have that extra kind of lining in them, I don't know that it really would be that much of a concern that I get some sparks in there. But it's something I'm going to have to be aware of. It's maybe one of the minuses of this apron, but I didn't see it as a minus at all, really. I like the fact that they have these slash pockets here, and like I say, once I get this on, I'll demonstrate it for you. And they go right through, Like it's like, I forget what they call it, a kangaroo pocket, I think they call it. So you can put stuff in here and access it from both sides. So like, I'm thinking if I'm out working and I need a nail, and my right hand's got the hammer, I can reach in here with my left hand. But if I'm holding something up and I need a screw or something, or a nail, and I don't have anything in this hand, I can reach in here and get it. It's in the same pocket. I don't have to, Have you ever find yourself doing that? You have two different kinds of nails. I don't know. But anyhow, plus these two front pockets are nice big pockets too. So like when you're working, and they're individualized, when you're working you can be putting nails, screws, whatever in there. I think it's going to be good. And also there's a loop on either side. And this loop, I'm thinking, is going to be ideal for holding a hammer. Now, when you see coveralls, like I've got these, they call these painter pants or something like that, but it's got this loop on the side, and they say that's for your hammer, right? But I don't know about you, but I hate having a hammer on the left-hand side. I'm right-handed. Maybe if I was left-handed, that would be okay. But because I'm right-handed, I got to reach down here for my hammer, pick it up, then change hands. I'd rather have it here. Now, oftentimes I was putting the hammer in my back pocket anyhow. But when I have my tool belt on, I have a hammer holster here for it, and I just drop the hanger in that. It's easy to grab, and I'm thinking this is going to be easy too to hang my hammer in here. So I was glad that it had a hammer loop on the left side, but also if you're I'm glad it had a hammer loop on the right side, but if you're left-handed, it's also slick that it has a hammer loop on the left side. So it works good that way. So let's put it on, just see how it works. So I have my jacket on here today. So I don't know how well it's adjusted for that, but the way I put it on is I just grab it by the straps and pull it apart, put it over my head, put one arm in there and one arm in there. Now, I can't see very well behind me, so basically what I'm going to do is just put that on there and hold the bib so that it's up high enough. Get a hold of my buckles. I have to stretch these out a little because I must have put on some weight over Christmas. So we just reach behind me, clip that together, and there we have it. So nice, these slash pockets, I'm going to use those a lot. Put my hands in there, hold my hands together, get warm in the wintertime. These pockets here are going to be great for nails, screws, whatever, even some tools, because they're big enough to hold some tools. Even this pocket here would be big enough so I could put my power driver in there. Pencils up here, measuring tape, or my phone. Yeah, I think it's going to be ideal. And like I say, it's high enough here, protects my chest, especially when I'm grinding. And it's a waxed cotton canvasy twill bib. One of the things they had in the recommendations was that maybe once a year you re-wax it. I'm not sure how to do that, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But what do you think? You like it? How do I look in black? Like Johnny Cash here. But anyway, Thank you for all your concerns, for reaching out for my care and worrying about the danger that I was exposed to here in the shop by maybe burning myself to death. Appreciate that. I laugh. It's not funny though. It's like safety in the shop is a serious thing. And I think we all have to spend a little bit more time on safety. And I want to thank Nanny especially. You know, she takes such good care of me, and she was really happy I ordered this apron. And you know what? I'm happy I ordered it too. It fits good. It's nice. It's not real heavy. It's not bulky. It's easy to put on. And that means for me, I'll probably wear it instead of just leaving it in the corner. And you can see the back there, the way that piece joins together at the back to hold the straps up high so that they're not falling down over your shoulder, and then you're doing this thing, right? I think this is great. I'm glad Nanny encouraged me to get it. And let me know in the comments what you think about this. Do you think this will keep me safe? I don't know, I'm a pretty dangerous fella. Thanks a lot for watching, folks. Sure hope you enjoyed this little video about my new personal protective equipment. My safety apron, my workshop apron for keeping myself safe. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.